Oh, look at you ladies all speedy.
Oh,
bam. Bam. Like, wow, I'm like happy right now.
I didn't say give him ammo, I'm not an
Especially
idiot.
for Jess, I think. Hi, ladies. I don't know if you guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So cool. I'm just gonna give Jess a minute. We just went off the Zoom. She's having something, so I'll give her a second to pop on. And I think that was it. 5. I'm missing someone. Sorry. Wow. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself.
Mom, did you remember Cole's mom, Maggie, and his brother Rooster? Oh,
Lisa, your house coat looks comfy.
I don't even remember the last time we saw each other.
I recall Colt soaked for one man and never did, and he had to pick up Maggie after she got her stomach.
All right. Well, he's good.
Hey, Miss and Mrs. Phillips, this is my girlfriend Mary and her daughter Hank.
Just gonna wait like 2 more minutes.
I'd like to save my appetite for the body of Christ.
I'll take her. To do about a can of thermal dinner. John fire.
Janet, how do you like living in Grand Township? It's really exciting. We have an evening restaurant and a conference.
Oh shoot.
Wow, lots of coffee.
I feel like I can hear like 10 different TV shows happening right now.
Pump it up to Chuck bringing the candy.
We shall see. Holy fuck. Wow, we did it.
Okay. Hey, do you guys want to mute for me? I'm just gonna start. Thank you. Lisa, will you mute for me, hon?
Look, once you get down, I'll drive the car.
I don't know.
I'll just, you know,
Lisa. Lisa. Okay, well, I can just hear her TV. Oh, damn. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, thank you, ladies, for hopping on. I'm not going to keep you very late. I'm just kind of going to go over how this group's going to work and all that jazz. So, before I start, I just really want you guys to think about what diamond like means to you. Like, why do you want to go diamond? Is it because, you know, you want to see like that recognition on Facebook? Are you wanting like that weekly cycle increase to go from like, you know, because emerald it's 14, ruby it's 16, diamond it's 18. Is it something you want to prove to yourself, like that you can do it? Prove it to your team, like to family, to a partner, whatever. So like really think about what diamond means to you. Write it down somewhere. And like, you know, over the next few weeks, kind of remind yourself of that. When, you know, there's a day where it's like you don't feel like doing something or whatever, just remember like why you want to go diamond. I think that's like really huge. And also I want to chat with you guys quickly about like leadership. After chatting with Jake, like Jake and I, like Jake Story, for those of you who don't know, he's like our regional sales something or other. Him and I do Zooms every 2 weeks. He kind of just makes sure I'm doing what I say I'm doing and calls me out on a lot of shit. But anyway, so we chatted Tuesday and he said to kind of talk to my leaders on the team, like those that have expressed to me that they want to grow their business, and just kind of talk to them, like, to you guys, and say, like, do you guys want to do this? Do you want in? Like, we're almost to July, so the end of the year is going to come like super friggin' quick. And he reminded me, like, Jen, I have written down when I talked to you in January that you want to end the year as a 7-star elite team. I actually said I wanted to be 5-star by Summit. Obviously 5-star is not going to happen, but like he reassured me that that's not too late for our team to be a 5-star elite or a 7-star elite team. Obviously this isn't something like I can do on my own. And I just want you guys to really think about if it's something that you want. Like, how cool would it be? Like, you know, Amanda's team, like, they're on fire right now. They're top 32 in Canada. So all of her coaches, you know, it's not just her, like, it's her team. And they get to talk about that and post about it and say, like, do you want to join a team that's top 32 in Canada right now? Like, you know, pretty soon going to be top 200 in the whole company. Like, that's huge. So it's things like that that you really have to think about, like, kind of think bigger. And is it something you want to be a part of? Like I was saying to Tiff today, like, I'm going to finish this year as a 5-star elite team if I have to friggin' sign up my whole entire family and build them all. But I don't want to do that. Like, I want to grow this with you guys. And, you know, when you guys grow your team, like, that means stuff for you guys too, like weekly paychecks. And, like, you know, like, I haven't not had a paycheck from Beachbody every week since I've joined. Like, that's huge for me. And that's what kind of keeps me pushing, because since, you know, I've dropped down in jobs and stuff, it's like I kind of need it as, like, you know, a secondary income, right? So you just have to really think, like, long term and, like, just big. Like, you know, Emerald is a step for a lot of you right now, but then you've got to think, like, beyond that. And Diamond is just like a stepping stone, because, like, there's some of you, you know, all of you could finish this year a 2-star premier. Like, how awesome would that be? You earn a trip to friggin' California next February. Premier is, like, huge. 2-star is huge. You get quarterly bonuses. Every 3 months, it's an extra $500 bonus. And yeah, like, there's just so many perks. Like, people push for Diamond, and Diamond is an amazing goal. But then once we get there, like, there's so much more exciting stuff beyond Diamond. So I just really wanted to start with that. Like, I want you guys to really think about, like, what you want out of this, you know, like, why you want Diamond. Do you want to go beyond Diamond? Do you want to be part of, like, you know, a top team in the company and all of that? Because I want all of you guys to be there with me. So this training, like, it's obviously not something I've ever done before. And if, like, I think this girl was 4 or 5-star that I watched the video on. Then she said this is how she got Diamond, and this is how she's gotten the girls on her team to go Diamond. She says it's super basic, and I like basic, simple. Like, I don't like to complicate things, because I think this business is kind of simple, and we tend to, like, really overcomplicate it. So yeah, I just, hopefully, like, it's something, if it doesn't interest you, hey, by all means, like, you don't have to continue it, but I just think it's a cool idea. And it's basically going to be these Zooms. So I have a diamond tree, like, which is literally mapping out Diamond. I'll bring it up here in a second. And it's just, you guys are going to fill it in. So your homework tonight, after the call, you have a week to do it, is going to be just, like, to fill it in. So you're going to have literally, like, maybe I'll bring it up. Probably be easier. Because I find having, like, a visual and, like, a plan of how I'm going to get there and all of that, like, really helps. Hold on. Just go. Diamond. Okay. So, and I'll post this in the group so you guys can, like, print it off. But like, okay, so there's diamond. So you're going to put your name at the top in the big shiny diamond. And then one leg's like your left leg, your right leg, left, right. And then on each leg, you have to have an emerald. So one of your coaches need to sign up, 2 coaches. So basically how this works is like whenever you have a few minutes, you're going to, like I said, put yourself at the top. If you currently have coaches, you're going to plug them into these spots. Now, the point of this is like, so we all have like, you know, inactive coaches. So you can put them on there right now for this week, but your goal is then going to be to reach out to those inactive coaches and say like, listen, like chat with them, you know, see if you can get them, you know, active again, see if they want Shakeology, maybe they want the all access pass, something like that. If they say no, then they're off that list. You know?
Babe, it started.
You don't keep them on there every single week. So basically the point of this is going to be, and for those of you that don't have coaches yet, just your name is going to be at the top, and then you're going to fill in all of these squares, like circles, with people you want to ask about the business, people you think are going to rock the business, maybe challengers you have that you want to ask to become coaches. So next week when we get on here, you're all going to show me your trees with names in them. And then basically we're like, I'm not going to sit here and like tell you guys like how to get to diamond, like tell you how to do stuff. Like the point of this training is literally just to hold each other accountable and make sure that we're seeing movement in this tree. So like in the week in between Zooms, so I should have had you guys covered prior to tonight. But so basically tonight, if you got off the call, for example, you fill out all these names, and then tomorrow you can go through and you chat with all the people. If they're like active coaches, great, leave them obviously. If they're inactive, reach out to them. Say, hey, like how are you? It's been a long time. Like, what's up? Are you still working out? Are you still drinking shakes? Like, and just get a feeling of like, do they want to still coach? If they're not a coach or anything, if they're a challenger, reach out, talk to them about getting a discount on Shakeology. Basically every person on that you put on your tree, you need to start a conversation with. And in the week in between, you need to get to the point of asking them about becoming a coach, which is a lot of time. Like you could exchange quite a few conversations in a week. So you should, if it's like a stranger, like you could pretty much get to that point. And then when we chat, we're all just going to show each other our diamond trees. And I'm going to do this too. And we're going to say like who we talked to. We're going to obviously hopefully have some new coaches to the team, and then people that said no or you know whatever, they're crossed off. So then we're gonna put a new name. So each week basically we're updating the diamond tree, and what I want to see from you guys is that you're talking to these people that you're putting on there, that you're actually like, you know, making an effort and like starting that new conversation or restarting that conversation, building that relationship, and then throwing out an invite. And if, hey, like I said, if they say no, they say not right now, then X, you know, they're off the list, and you replace that name. It's like I said, it's super simple and it's stuff we should already be doing. But I know for me, this is like the one thing that I skip, I feel like, in my power hour, and I have for pretty much 2 years. You know, I feel like I can always get challengers, but coaches has been a struggle. And I've literally like every day now, kind of that a Zoom that Amanda did kind of gave me a kick in the ass. Like I was starting conversations, but I was maybe only starting a couple a day. So now every other day I'm doing anywhere from 30 to 60. And like I wake up every day, you guys, not even kidding, I have like anywhere from 60 to like today I had like, I don't know, it only said 99 plus, so it didn't tell me how much, but like I have so many conversations going now. And you know, now I'm not even mentioning Beachbody or anything, but in a week, like we're going to have talked about, it's like that form, right? I'm going to have talked about their family. I'm going to have talked about their job. I'm going to have talked about their plans for the summer. So then I'm not going to feel weird and like salesy about saying, hey, like, by the way, have you ever thought about coaching, or like, does like something about nutrition, like, doesn't even have to be necessarily about coaching, but just bringing it up. And because like I said, you've got that week to kind of build that kind of relationship. And speaking of, we're doing a coaching, well, I'm going to do a live coaching event for the team Tuesday night next week. So that's something too, like you guys can start chatting with people from now till then and invite them, pop them into the coaching event. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to do it as a group page, and I'm going to leave the group page open. So every single month, I'm just going to delete the videos and make new videos, but all of those people that were popping in there are going to stay in there. So every month when I do or we do a coaching event, all those same people are going to see it that haven't signed up. They're going to see it. They're going to see it. They're going to see it. And I've heard like from a few people that works really well, that because like coaches kind of, or potentials keep watching it, then eventually they sign up. So that's another thing I'm going to do moving forward too, is just have like an ongoing coaching group open. So our people just stay there, and then we just keep adding to it all month. Like if you have someone interested in coaching, pop them in there. And hey, like if we get a lot of new people, we can run them like once every other week or whatever, but always one a month. So you'll always have something to like stick people in, and it'll be an updated one every month. But yeah, so it's kind of simple, and I'm going to obviously throughout the week, like I'm going to post stuff like that's helping me. I want to start posting like example conversations that I'm having with people. If people mention like price as an objection or like time or whatever, I'll post stuff like how I get around that and how like I reply to it and how, you know, I get them to end up joining as like even just a challenge or whatever. Obviously the goal here for Diamond is coaches, but getting a challenger is just as good. But that's kind of going to be the point of these Zooms. So basically, we're just going to hop on every week, and I'm just going to say, like, Tiffany, show me your tree. And then I'll just say, like, did you have success? Like, what worked well for you? Like, what didn't work well for you? Did you talk to everyone on your team? And I just find, like, that kind of sense of, like, you know, we're all going to be on here, and you know you're going to be asked to show me your tree, that I think it'll help keep us accountable and making sure we're getting our shit done, basically. And again, like if this isn't something you guys want to do, like I'm not forcing anyone to do it. I just thought it was kind of a cool idea and something we could try. And hey, it gets us all on a Zoom once a week. Like if you guys have questions, or maybe like you'll find something in your business like you're not doing, like maybe like if I don't know, you're not sending enough friend requests a day. Maybe you're not posting enough a day. Maybe it's just like you need to share more about one thing and less about another. Like I think it'll just really help me too to kind of see what you guys are doing really well and maybe what we need to improve on, and just to get like feedback from other people, like of what's working well with them. I know for me, like the messaging, I've been using like what Amanda said about kind of picking something out in my post and messaging them about that. And then I just keep asking a question at the end of it. Like, how's your week going? What are you doing this weekend? Do you have any big plans for summer? So we're really going back and forth. And then like, I feel like now it's been a week and I know like their plans for summer. I know where they work. I know how many people are in their family. I know if they have pets. Like, so you really kind of get to know them. And then I feel like it's not as hard to say like, okay, well next week our team's putting on a coaching event. Like, do you mind like throwing it in there now that we've kind of got to know each other a little bit? And I think like you do really well at it, or like you have crazy busy days, like would working out from home 30 minutes a day like interest you? I don't know, like just little things. Like you just kind of got to be creative, and it's just honestly about talking to more people. Like I've been watching a lot of training videos and I just lately, and I feel like that is like the one thing that all of these top coaches are saying they do, that they just start more conversations. That's basically it. And obviously share their journey, like working on themselves and just talking to more people. So, and that's something like I said, I suck at. And like, yeah, I'm doing well in my business, but I feel like I've been stuck for a while. And I think that's why, because, you know, I'm not starting new conversations. So yeah, that's kind of basically the gist of it. Just I'll post this diamond tree like in the team page. I recommend maybe printing some out, or I guess like you could just save it on your phone and even just use like an app and put the names in it that way, so you can, I don't know, it's whatever you think. But so yeah, then next week we'll just hop on and like you guys can kind of we'll just show each other and kind of talk about like if we had any success with any of them. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, I have a lot of inactive coaches, and I haven't even gone back. Like, I was like, why don't I go back and talk to them and see like where their head's at? Because sometimes you're surprised if people are like, you know what, like I really want to get back, like jump back in, or blah, blah, blah. And like I said, I know there's some of you that don't have coaches yet. So this is where you're just going to put in people. It's kind of like your dream team, like people that you think would do well at this or could really use this opportunity in their life, or just someone, I don't know. And it can be like, my first 2 coaches were my mom and my boyfriend at the time. My mom's still on Shakeology 2.5 years later. My boyfriend at the time and I aren't together, but I built him to Emerald, and that's how I went diamond. So like, there's lots of like, you know, ways, and I'm going to talk about stuff like that too, kind of posted in the group. But so yeah, you can fill it in with like brother, sister, aunt, uncle, your doctor, your grandma, your neighbor, you know, like, but yeah, do you guys have questions about it? Like, give me some feedback. Do you think this is silly? Do you think it's helpful? Do you think, I don't know. I'm curious. Anyone?
I think it's helpful.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I just think it'll be helpful more so like in the accountability piece than anything. Like, hey, in 4 weeks, if not one of us signs up a new coach, I just think it'll be good for us all, like I said, to chat and connect. And we'll definitely, I think, get some challengers or build like some relationships. And I know like we'll get some coaches and stuff out of it. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of a neat idea. And just really kind of holds us, like I said, accountable to our goals. That's all.
Exactly.
I don't know who that chat's from. Was that from you, Jess?
No.
Oh. Not sure. But doesn't say a name, it just says from you. Well, I'm glad it's helpful, whoever you are. But yeah, do you guys have questions? Like, I don't know. That's kind of all I wanted to go over. Like I said, I'm gonna post some like tips and tricks in the group page just throughout the week in between. And I hope like you guys will all fill it out and kind of work on it in the next week, and that you'll be on the Zoom next week. Watch, I'll hop on next week and no one will be on it. Like, F you and your diamond tree, Jen. Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. That's my goal. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing it with you guys. Just because, hey, like that's 8, 10 new coaches, right? So I'm doing it too. So I'll have my diamond tree filled out for sure. So does it make sense? So like what I mean, like how to do it and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any questions or anything, then we can wrap it up. So is next Thursday okay for everyone? The following week I won't be able to do Thursday because I've had a date in the making for 3 months and I'm not canceling it. And it's in Toronto, so like I have to go. Well, I don't have to go, but I'm going. But next week, like I'm good. It can be really any night of the week. So
I'm good Thursday.
Does Thursday next week work for you guys? Tiff, does that work?
Yeah,
No?
that works.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we'll stick with 8:30 for next week. And again, like, you know, it's not going to take long. Like, we're just going to show each other our stuff, and yeah. And I think too, like, because we're all different, and I just think this is a good way to see what works for people and what doesn't, and yeah. And I get to see your guys' faces once a week. Yay. Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that then. I'll post this diamond tree in the page so you guys can like print it or save it to your phones or whatever. And yeah, I'm excited to move forward and welcome some new faces to the team and all that jazz. Okay. Well, have a good night, ladies.
See you later. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.